We're fairly low down on the shore on the rocks here, where we have kelp, and you can probably see the holdfasts of the kelp attached to the rock. This sort of ramifying root structure, and then the long fronds, which most people are familiar with, sticking out here. A little bit higher up on the rock, there are the racks. This is the serrated rack, which is the one of the about 4 or 5 species which grows lowest on the shore. If we work down the rock and onto the sediment, as well as some green seaweeds, here's a bit of sea lettuce. There are these green fronds, which are actually not an alga at all, but a flowering plant. Flowering plant which is in colloquial terms called a seagrass, but it is actually a thing called Zostera marina. This particular place, it's about the only place in Wales where you can see an extensive bed of it and walk out onto it. Elsewhere you would need to put your wetsuit and your snorkel into your mouth to go and have a look at it. The other thing is that, of course, it's a flowering plant, not an alga like most of the things which go on the shore. There are other flowering plants like this elsewhere in the world living in the sea, like Posidonia and so on. And some of these, of course, are really interesting because they're the main foods of things like manatees and dugongs, which, of course, we don't have in Wales. It's also a wonderful area acting as a nursery for young fish, small prawns and various other little creatures of that sort. So it has an importance beyond the few hectares that the actual bed makes up. The scientific name of this alga is Halidris silicosa, and where you have sort of whole beds of it, the 15-spined sticklebacks live amongst it and attach their eggs to it. The big scallop, Pecten maximus, and if we turn it over on the underside, we can actually see the growth rings. They usually start off quite small in the first year. A good second year ring there, third there, fourth, probably fifth on the edge. They stop growing and leave a ring at the end of each year. Normally lives, of course, that side up, hence the way the weed is growing on the surface of it and effectively camouflaging it.
Oi! Do you mind?
You can turn it.
So I think we'll turn it over.
He's not happy.
Oh dear. Interesting. Well. Good.
Back in his little notch.